Hello doll friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if it is your first time. This is a very old video. It's about 3 years old of the first 2 couches that I ever made. I never edited the video and I never posted it. It was very interesting hearing my children in the background sounding so young. My now 4-year-old was still a baby. So let's get right to it. This is what I use for my couches. I use a box of milk, and then these are just for stuffings. Anything that you find that you can stuff into your box to make it hard and stable and a little bit with weight. And these are the cut box pieces. I will show you the sizes, what I cut, and a sponge, layer of sponge. You need glue. The best glue to use would be hot glue gun, and make sure that you have enough hot glue sticks because geez, the sticks were going so fast as if it was water. And have a scissor for your paper, and you're also gonna need fabric scissor if you are like me that you use separate scissors. There's my fabric scissor, and I'm gonna use felt, faux, fake leather or leatherette, whatever you call it. Any choice of your fabric will do. You'll now take your box of milk. Make sure that you've already rinsed it inside and allowed it to dry, and we're gonna open it up just on the one side. We're gonna take off the lid, and you're gonna have to open it here at the top. I am so sorry, I never realized that I didn't record that part. My box was not fully dry, so I took it outside for it to dry for a while. You can even wipe it so it's dry now. We don't want mold to build up inside the box. You take whatever that you have. It can be papers, it can be plastic, and squash them into the box. Remember, this is to give your box a permanent shape, that it doesn't squash, and it also gives it a little bit of weight, because you would like your furniture to have a little bit of weight. It doesn't have to be too heavy. Anything. This is fabric that I don't use anymore. I don't like it. You can see the color is ugly. So okay, just putting in this plastic first. You just make sure that your box can close. I'm stuffing in this plastic, and then I'm gonna stuff in some more. I'm putting back that fabric, and then I close my box. Make sure that you reshape the box to the shape of the milk box, because you want your couch to be rectangular. You don't want it to be bulgy and abnormally shaped. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use hot glue. You can even just use sellotape for that, because you are actually going to cover this part. Make sure that you glue both sides. I had already pre-cut my backrest and the sides. You'll make the height would be 4.5 centimeters by 23 centimeters. That would be the width of the backrest. And then you have 2 pieces. That's for the sides. It's 9.3 centimeters by 9.3 centimeters height. Make sure it's 2 pieces, unless you'll be making an L shape. So now we're gonna first glue on our backrest using the hot glue gun or whatever strong glue that you have. For me, glue gun is always the best, and it's stronger, so you apply as much as you need so that your couch doesn't come apart. That is the 23 centimeters wide by 9.5 centimeters high backrest. You can make your backrest as high as you want. You can make it higher than 9.5 centimeters. And then I'm putting this full tub of peanut butter. I'm putting it as weight for the glue, and that's my bottle of coffee, and I'm just gonna put it aside for it to dry. And now I'm taking the felt to measure the size that I need to cover my couch. Remember, you can use any choice of fabric that you have. It doesn't have to be felt. You can use denim, you can use leather look, you can use any cotton, any fabric that is suitable for a couch. It's your couch. Even if you use wool, that is for your dolls. That's the look that you want. I've also used African print for my other couches, and they look very nice. These sponges that I'm using, they are for the backrest. One of them is for the backrest. So I've already pre-cut it. It's 23 centimeters by 10 centimeters high for the backrest. So I'm using it so that I get the actual height for the backrest when I fold the fabric over. I'm cutting the sides in order for me to be able to close the sides. What you're gonna have to do is you make sure that you leave a little bit on the sides so that you can be able to fold your fabric. Then what I'm doing now is I'm going to glue on the chair cover, which is the felt fabric, and make sure that it's the actual size that you've already cut. And I'm going to turn it over and glue it on the bottom as well. It's up to you. It's up to how much glue you have. The thing is, I don't want my fabric to move around from underneath, and in case maybe I want to glue on some legs for my couch, and then I'll do the back as well. As you can see, I try to fast forward my video a little bit, but then because this is my first video of making a couch, I decided to not cut out a little bit too much. As you saw, that part where I put the peanut butter, it was just to give weight and for the glue to stick on. Then now I'm sticking on that 23 centimeters wide by 10 centimeters high sponge. You can use whatever that you have to be like a cushion. This is a sponge that it's not too thick and it's not too thin, so you have to stuff in the fabric where the backrest and the seat meet, so that it looks properly done. Now checking the height of my doll sitting on the couch. I'm sorry I didn't take down my camera to show it properly. Now we're gonna do the armrests. That is the 9.3 centimeters by 9.3 centimeters square boxes. Cutting the cover for the seats. That's the sponge for the sides. I will double check what the size was, because I think it's kind of like it's almost half. It's not really half, but it's almost half. And you just going to stick it up to where your box is going to reach, because you don't want the sponge to be too bulky in between the armrest and the seating area. So I'm using pen for the sizing of what I'm gonna cut. Make sure that you have like seam allowance, like a little centimeters wide space for you to be able to fold the fabric onto onto the boxes and onto the sponge. It must be on all sides, and on the sides, left and right, and underneath. And then I'm using the same piece just to measure for the other armrest or side rest, whatever you call it. Now firstly I'm going to glue the sides. Actually I'm firstly gonna glue the fabric onto the sides. Make sure that you leave a little bit of space, that 1 centimeter at the bottom, in order for you to fold the fabric onto the box. My glue sticks are just finishing like water. Gee, wow. Alright, we are going to glue this on the side so that we can be able to glue our side rests or armrests onto the couch. It was so cute hearing my little one crying and the older sister singing for him while I was editing this video, which is 3 years old or 3 years late. He's 4.5 years old now, not exactly 4, he's 4.5 years. Okay, now you must make sure that you folded the sides of the seat, the felt on the sides of the seat, before you glue on your armrests. And now the armrests are also glued on, and apply as much as enough glue for the sides. And what I'm gonna do once again is I'm going to take something weighty, which is in my kitchen. It's my peanut butter. Oh yes, I don't have a workshop. I'm working in my kitchen on the countertop, if you were wondering. Make sure that your seams are glued together. Now I'm busy with the second armrest, doing the same thing, gluing the sides, the 1 centimeters allowance onto the boxes, and thereafter I'm gonna glue it on the other side of the couch. You see, if you want to make an L couch, you do it the same way, but then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have another, your back is going to be much longer, so it's most best to do the what you call it, to do the seats first, and then you glue your other box of milk in an L shape onto the side, and thereafter you do the similar process. Maybe I'll make a video. I've already made how many L couches? I've already made 3 L couches since after I made this video, because remember this video is 3 years old. Okay, now I'm taking the side and sticking it on just like the first side, and push it down and apply some weight. Where's my weight? Here's my weight. Whatever that is, that can be stable on top of your box. Nothing that will squash it. I think I'm done. No, I'm not. Okay, we've got our peanut butter helper, and I'm just removing some glue threads. Now we do the sponge. I am so sorry that I didn't have the best view for this part. I'm just applying glue onto the sides for the sponge that I'm going to stick on. Wiping my glue gun as if it's gonna make any difference. And then yeah, there we go. Just gonna turn it so you can see properly. Oh, there. Here I took down my camera and just sticking down the sides, which I am gluing onto that 9 9.3 centimeters by 9.3 centimeters sides of the couch. Doll friends, I have no idea what happened to the completion of the couch, the video. I don't know, maybe I forgot to press record when I was doing it. Please watch part 2 where I make the leather look couch. I have that part that I skipped in this particular video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.